we have Abdu Shodmonov coming inside of the show. I recently became aware of Primal Queen just
Right.
in the past, gosh, I want to say 8 months. I did not know of them before then. They are absolutely crushing. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will say, there's not like a ton of brands that I like draw inspiration from specifically, but Primal Queen is one that I learned from. Their landing pages specifically. Sorry, Abdu, if I'm giving away the sauce here. I think everybody needs to go and look at Primal Queen's landing pages and get a little sauce for what they should be doing, getting people into a supplement product that actually helps them. We must bring him inside of the show. Everybody, welcome Abdu, co-founder of Primal Queen. Get in here, Abdu. Get inside the show.
Let's go.
What's up, boys?
Abdu, appreciate you making the time to join us, brother. Welcome to the show.
I appreciate you guys. How are you?
Man, I'm even better now that you are here, brother. We got to get a little story from you, man. As I understand it, this is not your first foray into beef organs, selling them on the internet, et cetera. I mean, tell us like how you got started into e-commerce, et cetera, man.
Well, I got into e-commerce in high school, like 2017, 18, drop shipping. That's how I got started. Well, I started flipping shoes first on eBay, and then I realized, it was the shoes first, and then I started doing retail arbitrage, basically like taking listings from Walmart and Target or like other websites that were big and taking them and relisting them on eBay at like double the price. And I would do that all day long. So, and
that worked. That worked, Abdu.
Because I was just waiting for one product to sell, and I would have like 2-3 eBay accounts on my parents' names because I wasn't even 18, because they would limit you listings on daily basis, so that there was a cap. So 100 listings on this one, 100 listings on this one, all week long. I would just be listing it, and then based on the views, because it could tell you based on what is getting more views, and then I would start deleting the bottom performance and wait for orders to come in. So if an order came in, I'd go to Walmart.com, type their address, and ship it through there. And I didn't even know I was doing drop shipping, the concept of it, until I started YouTube recommendations and Lambos and videos. Then I was like, oh, you could do that on Shopify. That's when I got into
That's crazy, man. It's like, it's wild to me. Like, number one, this is an incredible story. Like, one would think, like, when you first hear that, I would think like, why would somebody like buy for double the price on eBay? But there's arbitrage everywhere. That's the point. And like you're just like young and hungry kids.
Customers are like older, right? Like they're from 2000s. I was born in 2000. Like they were on the internet shopping at 2000s, and eBay was one of the first leaders. So they trust eBay, even if they would never trust Walmart, your own website, nowhere. So it doesn't matter if the price is doubled. They're not price shopping. They're just looking at eBay listings and comparing it based on other eBay listings.
True.
So, and I would just basically do that all day long, but there was always a cap. I was just waiting for a sale to come in, right? Like my job was like just relisting it, but then I'm just waiting for a sale. It would happen. I would get 1 or 2 sales a day throughout the day, but I just wanted more. Like I was like, okay, how do I get more and more? And I knew that eBay wasn't the thing. Then I got introduced to Shopify, and I was like, okay, so the traffic is the problem. I'm the one who's bottlenecking by the eBay's customers only. So let me just do my own website and try to sell my product. Then I just took that capital that I had and started drop shipping. So, and then fast forward 19 after a year of drop shipping, year and a half, I realized that, okay, I wanted to build something long-term that would last to build it to sell at some point. Because I was just pumping and dumping dropshipping stores, right? Like based on seasonalities. Like I would have a lot of Instagram shout out pages. If you guys remember back in the day, there was like a rose beer. That was one of the first products that I brought into the market because I had a bunch of friends who owned these Instagram pages, meme pages, and it would go crazy. Like free plus shipping offer would that would be the best offer ever. Like free rose bear, and then it's like $14.99 for shipping, and the cost is like $5 from China to ship. So you have like $10 margin, and you're paying one time on an Instagram page, and it would be crazy. But then I realized, I was like, okay, like there's nothing, like these customers will never come back because the shipping takes 4 weeks. So then I started looking into like, okay, I want to build something long term that I can sell. And then in 2020, when COVID happened, I was trying different products, and one of the first products before my first supplement brand was bidets. When everybody was fighting over toilet paper, and I was like, bro, I'm from Middle East. We wash our ass. We wash it. So I'm like, why are the people like fighting over toilet paper in the store markets? So I'm like, let me sell a bidet. So
For
then
sure.
I launched a bidet company, and the first time, so in our house we had 4 toilets. I ordered 4 different bidets to test for a month to see which one was good. So I would like go take a shit in different bathroom every other day. Just to test it out. This is a real story, and I've documented it in my YouTube video, like back when I used to do YouTube videos.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
I flooded my parents' bathroom because we had plastic PVC pipes. It was so rusted because I was doing the installation myself. So it was I turned it too hard because it was so rusted, and I broke the whole thing. But the main water was not shut off, so that cost me like $20,000 in repairs afterwards.
That's rough. That's
But
rough,
anyway,
man.
that business, when I launched it, the CPAs were amazing. Like I was selling a $6 product at like $15 CAC, and then
Oh,
I wanted to order more, so I didn't want to drop ship it no more. I drop shipped the first like few hundred units to test the market that, hey, I could sell this. So then I ordered the remaining units. But then by the time that they were ready to ship to me, 90% of the shipments got halted because of the COVID. So out of nowhere, the shipping prices went 10x based on what was quoted to me when I placed the order. So now I have like 1,000 units of bidets in China. They're telling me this is the price to ship it, and the cost coming up to me like $40 landed here after everything. So I was like, hell no, I cannot take that. So I had to do a sea shipment, but that took like 4 months to arrive.
Yeah, it takes
pretty much that business went to bust like very quickly. But during that time, while I was waiting for that, everybody else was paying attention to their health and the COVID, and I started understanding and getting into supplement world. And that's when I launched my first brand, Organics Nature, and selling CMOS. So that was the first start of, before CMOS was even a popular thing. That's when I started CMOS brand, Organics Nature, which I ran it for 4 or 5 years, and I sold it last year. But that was my first start into supplements.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
And then,
I mean, it sounds like getting the toilets tied up and getting to the bidets tied up in China was like probably one of the best things that ever happened to you.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
could you talk to us too? Because then you shifted into Primal Queen. I mean, how do you call that bet? How do you make that decision to go into basically an all-female audience? How do you talk to that customer?
So while running Organics Nature, I met Chucky, which is my partner, co-founder, Primal Queen. And so we met at a mastermind, and we just became super close. At the time, he was running his own brand, which was Club Early Bird. It was like a coffee replacement. I was running Organics Nature. And every week we would just hop on a call and chit chat, just sharing what's working, what's not working, and share resources. So we came super close, and we were like, okay, we should launch a brand at some point. And it was always in the back of our minds, but it was never forced type of idea or relationship. But so for a couple years we were just chit chatting, and then one day we were all together, couple with a few of our buddies, and we just had this. At the time, Liver King was really popping. And he was getting all the views, and we saw that there was so much demand that he was driving for beef organs, but all the beef organ supplement brands at the time was just masculine, black bottle design, simple plastic. It was just like no woman would ever want to buy it. But I'm from Middle East. I know that I grew up eating beef liver, like cooked, not the raw. Cooked beef liver, and it's very nutritious. It's pound for pound, highest nutrients compared to any other whole food. So we're like, okay, if he's getting all the male audiences with all these benefits that he's claiming at the time, like we were estimating that he was doing $100 million a year total with few brands combined. So we're like, okay, we could just do the same thing and basically just speak to women. because there's nobody speaking to women. There's no one educating women. So it was one of those things where like, okay, nobody's really selling, but so does that mean product doesn't work? Or like, not that that product doesn't work, it's just there's no market for it. Yeah. And so there was no market for beef organs for women. And so we kind of just created that lane, and we just put all of our bets into it. And we were like, okay, let us take our time with this and see what we can come up with, because this idea took about 14 months to come to selling, right? Like we had the idea in 2022, and it was like, it took it, because during those 15 months, we dug deep into every single part of what you see today in Primal Queen. Like the landing page you said, 70% of that landing page was built during that 15 months. Every single design, every single copy, because we would hop on a call like this, and we would break down every single section like multiple times. We would come back 2 weeks later and go over it again. Maybe we were in a different mindset. So, and then that's how we built every single section, every single, like the free that you see now popular, everybody has free, but our free gifts were intended, I don't know if I froze.
You did. You froze for a second. Just scroll back.
You're back.
Scroll back. Just scroll back 10 seconds, Abdu. You're back with us. Oh, man, we may have lost.
Okay. But anyway, so during that 14 months, what we took the learning lessons from previous brands were like, okay, first it has to be subscription, because when we were looking at our cohorts of our previous brands, on all both of our subscription lists had 3 times more LTV than our one-time buyers. So that's one thing we knew from the beginning, that there's no way we're gonna sell one-time purchase from now. It has to be subscription, but how do we make it white hat, right? Like everybody's trying to hide the button. We don't hide it. We say it's a subscription right in your face. But we do the education and before that, so that before you even reach the buy box, you're already in the mentality of like, hey, this is not a one-time fix. This is a product I need to take for a long time. So the subscription totally makes sense. So that's how we the idea came about.
I love that.
Abdu, talk to me about you and Chucky, 2 guys, like getting into the female psychology and making like an incredible winsome subscription product for females. I mean, what's the research look like? I mean, I totally believe you that you guys took 15 months to like make this thing ready to go and hit it on the head. But I mean, describe to me like the process, like how'd you get into the mind of the female buyer and create an awesome product?
When we started, like obviously we had Chucky's wife Shelby, which she's she's also part of the team and one of the original co-founders, and she played a good role early on because we relied on her, right? Or her feedback, like, hey, what? Because I don't understand obviously like all the things about women. Like I barely knew what perimenopause was at the time. It's like I had to research myself to understand who my audience are. I had to teach everything, like all these things, but obviously we had Shelby, which helped us tons because she would help us navigate like, hey, what are women lacking? What is the nutrients? What is that? And all these different things. And she helped us navigate.
That's awesome, man.
I think it's also true. You just landed in like 900 Target stores. Can you talk to us a little bit about that and how you kind of rolled out retail?
Yeah, I wish that we had rolled out into retail much earlier because the deal with it came about out of nowhere. That with a few retailers, and we had shipped our products to them just for testing. They were just like, hey, we just like to take it and touch the car, whatever. And they just had the product in their background in their office, just like you guys had. So when they had a meeting with target buyers, the target buyer noticed that Primal Queen was in there. And they were like, oh, we know that brand. You guys represent them? They were like, yeah, we didn't really had an official, but they were like, yes. And that's how the meeting came about. And it was just one of those quick things where we had to decide and get it going ASAP because we never actually planned for retail. Because me and my partner, we never had retail experience. And that's one of the things that I really wish we had focused earlier on that would have helped us, translate all these online sales and awareness and views that we're generating. There's a lot of that people that would go in retail, and that's just incremental revenue that we missed out on for a long time. So,
Wow.
but yeah, that came out, and now we're in the next years, we're like really nailing in and bigger retail launches with other retailers.
Wow.
Well, that's exciting, man. That's exciting. And Abdu, I guess I'm just impressed by you and Chucky's all the things that you're in. I know, like Chucky's got this like shirt thing going on.
Yeah.
I think you've got this other thing called minerals, like MEN. Is that right? Am I getting that right? I mean, like you guys are like, we got Primal Queen over here. Chucky's got the shirt thing. You've got like another form of supplement thing, like with minerals, which I think is a great name, by the way. I mean, tell me about like your aspirations. Like you guys just keep like finding more things to scale up, and I guess you just attach team to that, and you take the same fundamentals that you keep learning from and building on, and keep running them out there. Is that the case?
Yeah, similar. We don't mix up the teams as much. I mean, agencies and contractors, yes, we do, but not like actual like full-time employees.
I see.
We don't mix it. It's just like we're the only ones that would be, into the teams necessarily. Building like it's like separate teams. So Chucky is building that with another partner, Underdog Hemp, which is one of the best shirts ever. And then I'm also building minerals with a friend of mine, which is the original founder, Chris. So we're building minerals as well. But yeah, I mean, it's not so much about like, I think what I personally enjoy more is like the beginning stages of a brand, like, building something from zero and like very little revenue to something bigger. Like that's my joy, and building the infrastructure, the systems, the team, bringing the resources to need it to scale. Because a lot of the times where I learned over time is like, you could do 10 different things at any given moment, but 7 of them probably is waste of time or at the wrong time. So like, you need to pick the 3 that fits the timeline of where you at. Because a lot of people on Twitter, there's like 100 advice, right? I just scroll for 10 minutes. I see 10 different advices, but 90% of them does not apply to me as a brand. Like, able to understand which part of your sense at which section, because you could be doing small numbers focusing on retail and you're just wasting time, because retail velocity is not going to make a difference in your P&L or in your revenue whatsoever. And you're just wasting time because, retail takes a lot of money, financing, and you're better off focusing on just doubling down on your landing page and finding your next winning creative. But at a certain point, you have to realize when is that shift that you have to make. When it's more of a brand building than more retail. At what point you have to bring the CFO and these different type of things that I think people overlook, which I've learned over time through mistakes.
Abdu, you come to us from Alicia at Aftersell. How are you guys leveraging Aftersell to kind of push Primal Queen to the next level? How are you guys leveraging what they're doing?
Yeah, in terms of upsell, I mean, obviously the best way is like selling more of what already they bought. That's like the simplest that will have the highest take rate. So what because we're a subscription, you can't do that, right? Because it's like, okay, you already selling a monthly subscription. What else can you do? And so what we're doing is kind of trying to upgrade them to a quarterly subscription. So like if they bought a monthly, instead we offer right away at the post purchase, like with one click, hey, switch to a quarterly subscription. So on their next renewal, it would turn into a quarterly subscription automatically. So then they would get, so within 31 days, we're kind of hitting 1 and 3 months. You see what I'm saying? So within 31 days, we're actually charging them for 4 months of product.
I see you, Abdu. I see you, bro.
That's so smart.
That's
so smart.
Smart, man.
That's so smart.
Smart. Yeah, 31 days, you're able to capture 4 months of revenue. That's juicy. That's juicy.
That's sauce.
Yeah, that's sauce. And
that's sauce.
And you're leveraging that kind of like one click, and you're doing that with Aftersell. That's good. That's good. The subscription game, I legacy wise, I have always I've worked in apparel. I've forayed into supplements as of late, but the subscription business is new for me. And there's a lot that one can do inside that first 30 days, inside the first 2 weeks on the PDP before people get there. And there's so much to bake in and test and continue to iterate on there to make sure that, you know, you get your money back for whatever that CAC may have cost. That's interesting, Abdu. I mean, I feel like you got a lot of things to pull out of your pocket and sprinkle on us there, brother. That's good, man. I like that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, man, tell me, like what's exciting for you, like rest of the year, man? What are you working on, building on, anything? I mean, I'm sure like retail now with Primal Queen, that's juicy, that's exciting. I would expect that's going to go well with Target, and there's only going to be more of that to come. What else is on your slate for the rest of the year that you're
our Target numbers are really good. I mean, we're hitting like $25-$30 per store per week with 900 stores. And so like in our like category, that's like really juicy. You know, like the minimum is about, I think it's $12. That's like the base that they keep you at in the shelves. So our hero SKU beef organs, they're doing like $25-$30. So I think that's going to be a catalyst to a lot of the bigger retailers for us to get in, because I know a lot of like other, like Kroger, for example, based on what they look at, for example, to see what brands are popping, what's happening there, to be able to kind of bring on brands that with a proven track record. So we're hoping that's the case. We're already in conversations with Walmart and stuff, so it's only going to help us our case better, and we're expanding SKU count. And then so expansion of SKU count and stores is basically our focus in the next couple of years.
That's incredible,
man. Incredible.
That's awesome.
Abdu, man, where should everybody find you, follow you? If you're putting any details and advice out on the timeline, we want to be aware, like where should people find you and follow you?
Yeah, well, my Twitter, I shit talk half the time. Half the time you might find something useful.
All right. Let's go. Everybody go find and follow Abdu on Twitter. Brother, we appreciate what you're doing in the supplement space and the sauce that you brought to the show. We're going to be following along and look forward to seeing y'all crush and Target more. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Hey, dude, that Primal Queen bag in the back.
We need a Primal Queen bag. We need a Primal Queen bag in the background. We need one. It's going to stand out for sure.